All right, there we go. And now it's at least showing everything, which is good. All right. So here you can see I went short right here. I didn't catch it at the top or anything. I pulled up back into my house, came in the door and saw that we were doing this. So this is the second time we've had these really nice setups here where you can enter in off a 3-minute kind of consolidation, where as long as it keeps one time framing down. So that's what I did right here. I entered one, another one there, scale out, and then once we came back up here and did the same thing here, I added in one more, and then two more right there, so total 4 micros, and then target hit. I exited as soon as it pushed up there, and then obviously you guys saw my re-entry there with the full account size there. So then we're coming back up to the strong high here. Let's go over targets here for you guys. So I have this balance area here, but there's actually a low time frame loop close here that needs to be redelivered to, which is a good target as well. Yeah, so you got this 3-minute one time framing going on. One, not yet, I guess. It's only 2 candles down. Let's go to 5-minute. You got really nice 5-minute one time framing too. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys did all right today. And then my options account here. So I'm gonna do a little challenge here, 50 to 5K. So this is my first day here. So I pretty much 4x'd it with 198. I think I had $60 when I started this morning, so 60 to 5,000, whatever you want to call it. I went short the options at the same spot up here, QQQ options, and then exit them on that bounce right there. Looks very nice here though. There's no cracking correlation or anything yet. I think this looks all right for continuation down. Let's go to the hourly chart here and kind of take a look at like what happened last night and this morning. It's a good study. Okay. I guess not the hourly because you can't see anything. Yeah, this isn't a bad add-in here, right here. It's not a bad add-in spot. Yeah, it's actually this is a really decent trade. I'll take it just to show you guys. I don't need to, though. The evaluation's passed, so. Stop's going to go just above that high. I like this for a couple different reasons right here, is because it redelivered right to the low of that doji there. It's not a doji, it's that up close candle there. So it closed in and redelivered. And then it's also like continuation model here. And you do have 3, 4, 5 pushes, 4 pushes down. Let's go to ES here. I thought that was ES. That's not. It's MNQ. Hey, what up, Eric? What's up, my guy? How you doing? All right, there it is, guys. Pretty easy to do. Like, it's not hard to make money in this market right now. Pre-market ES double topped around 7:45 with 4 a.m. candle. NQ didn't take out the high for that clean SMC soup, but was still bearish pre-market. Let's check it out. Yeah, I saw that when I looked at it there. Very close to SMC soup, but you have this clear area. It's still trapped. It might even be even better if they both double top. No, that's SMC soup, bro. That candle took out that shit there, right? Let me go 1 minute. I can't see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's SMC soup, bro. So we have the double top right there. And ES popped up above those areas. That's that same area right there. Yeah, it's SMC soup actually. So that's pretty savage because we just did the same thing right here. This was the SMC soups model right here too. Same thing. Right at the opening, you're getting these SMC soups here that are just straight fucking top tick. You get top ticked into the trade. Doesn't really get much better there. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's oh, it was broad information too, just like we studied. So Sunday night we did some study of the price action and it's pretty clear. All right, so there's that trade, guys, going the way as predicted. I don't even need to take the trade. I'm just taking it to show you. And then really nice continuation here. You got the strong highs staying intact. It could pull up and like try to do a double tap here. We are pretty extended to the downside. I would have scaled out right there and taken one off. So if it comes up here, it wouldn't be a fucking loss. Did you? Yeah, it's a really, really nice trade here. Now we have a cracking correlation. That's why, exactly right here is why I don't move my stop to break even. This could pull up a little bit higher, like maybe like 574. Give it, let's drop down and see what's inside of that price action. Yeah. I don't think it's going to with a cracking correlation there, but it could. Like it definitely could pull up to, you have a nice little balance area there. All right, there she goes. Yeah, so if you put on the trade here, right, and it goes your way, yeah, you put your stop there and then it goes your way and gives you a scale out at the low here. You should, like, it's 1.5 R. You should take that off and then you could have re-added on this retrace here. Nice, Alexis, nice. Yeah, so there it goes, guys. Then we go back to like the 3-minute, check the one time framing. Is it still intact? Like, was the previous 3-minute candle's high closed above at any point? No. Eric, that is like, you telling me that, dude, has helped my trading a lot, dude. Like how you, like when we went through and how you're using the 3-minute one time framing, dude, it's like genius, bro. Huge, huge, huge help. I've done it a lot on the 1-minute simulator, but the way that you used it on the 3 minutes, so very, very good. So if you were trying to do this like an SIR model, the target is the low there. And then you could use one time framing after the low. So it'll be about a 4-hour trade. I should have probably hopped in with more QQQ options here, but I didn't. It's too late now. I'm just trying to double the account every day. Like I made a post about compounding that someone got a little smart attitude with, so I'm gonna show them what's up. The goal is just to double it up every day. You know, $50 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, It's not, it doesn't take that many days to get to 5,000. Even at this point, I don't have to use all my, I don't have to risk my whole account. I can just buy, yeah, it doesn't take very much to make. On the next time, then I'll try to make 400, try to make $200 more, and then I don't, you know, buy $100 worth of options. Doesn't take that very much. Hey, no worries, man. It's recorded, so you can check out the recording later. All right, so this could be a good add-on point here if it does come back up into that. There's no crack in correlation at the low or anything, nothing to really like say that this isn't acceptable. Didn't quite get there. I'm not going to add into it unless it touches it here. It might not, but if it does, I'm going to add into it. And I guess, okay, there it goes. Bam. And then now I'd move my stop to half back of that area there because that's a little baby balance area there. And I might measure with the fib here just to make sure that that's near the 80%. Then I would probably just get out at break even and re-enter if it continues to push. ES should reject it there too. I need to go through this and clean up I got too many templates. OSTR. There it is. Yeah. I don't really like how it pushed up kind of high there. So it might have been better just to exit and get out at that point right there at the high of that candle right there instead of allowing it to come up. It's kind of a deep retracement. Showing some bullishness here with that. We can drop down and see why it's pushing up so much. So you have this little baby balance area with that doji there. It looks like it's just trying to redeliver to that. But it didn't do that here, so it could, in theory, this is a weak high here. That's your strong high. It could, in theory, pop up and redeliver up to here. That's definitely a possibility. All right, so there's the redelivery there. Let's see if it's bearish here. If it's bearish here, it's just going to blast down. If they went, yeah. Yeah, see, I got stopped out there. Makes sense. So it's going to pull up above these weak highs probably. We'll see though. I don't know. Maybe not. It could just be like a low time frame broadening formation or something. Double tap up. Let's see what ES did here. Because ES redeliver it up to there, so it doesn't need to. I think this is just a fake out. Let's go to 3 minute and take a look here. All right, so we got inside candle here, kind of a bullish looking candle though. Let's see if this is going to close back below the high of this candle here. Kind of tricky. Hi guys, didn't think you were trading today. Yeah, I don't really need to at this point. So we are going to close, but we had to close. We're going to close back inside of there. So I think this is just probably a fake out here. Yeah, ESR is already retracing pretty deep there. I'm not sure why it does shit like this. I don't really, I couldn't tell you. I get why ES did it, but I don't know why NQ pulled up so hard. I think it's trying to get up there maybe. I'm not really sure why it does that, to be honest with you guys. Nice, nice, Eric. Let's go, bro. Yeah, the 150Ks are hard, huh? Kind of interesting here. I'm not sure if it's trying to pull up to there, which it could be. I'm going to try to trust the one time framing here that it's just going to continue to do its thing. But there's part of me that's like, eek, eek. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no. I don't like how big of a stop that is. I have to put there. But ES is clearly pushing down, so we just need NQ to stop playing around. It should go down here. It's definitely a little bit of separation between these two right now. In theory, though, if ES is going to keep going lower, it should pull NQ down with it. It's trying to. Really trying. No closes above that candle's high. You guys see that? That's a good sign. It's not a guarantee though either. Pre-market broad information SMC soup coupled with RTH gaps is life-changing for real. When you start combining my concepts together, dude, shit. Pretty gold. That was the beginning of the market open downside speed, filling the downside RTH gap from yesterday. Yes, sir. All right, there we go. Now she's going. So I'm having to risk about 18 points. So we need it to come down at least, you know, I'll just put the tool on there. It's so much easier than trying to do the math. So we need it to come down. I can't really scale out, or shouldn't scale out. It's not that I can't. It's I shouldn't really scale out until we get down to 513. But you could just hold here as well. Like it's pretty clear it's going to go down here. Now I took one off there just to guarantee that I don't take a loss, so I don't blow up. I don't want to blow up the eval. Like I don't have to trade it right now. I'm just doing it to show you guys. Because I'm fucking cool like that. NQ gap fill is 80 points, yes sir. And then also I was looking at something I used for this first target here, Eric, which we talked about when we did that last call, was this gap right here. I used the top of the gap here as a good target there. So when it came down here, that's kind of like where I got out of the options trade there. Which in theory, I probably should just let it continue to go, but I was already up 400% on them. Was it 80 points? It was, huh? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, from here, that broad information tab up there. Gotcha. And then you have the SMC soup at the opening with the broad information there. Very nice. All right. So try this again. Let's see what. Oh, I missed it. I probably should just put a limit order there. Hold on. I don't usually do this, but I think it'll be easy for the add-on. Put it like one tick below there. There we go. It burned me again. I gotta stop adding in. It's not working today for whatever reason. The pullbacks are too deep for that. I really think it wants to go up there for some reason. I just have like a vibe here. If I wouldn't have added in here, this wouldn't be a loss. It would just be a small gain. I'm gonna get out of that right there. Let's see if it goes up to here. Yeah, there she goes. And then ES should double top. Or go half back there while NQ goes to there. Yeah, so it's just trying to redeliver to this balance area here because these are weak highs. These aren't strong highs. These are weak. It lines up perfectly with the 80% as well. All right, and then I'll add in the second contract. I didn't want to put 2 on there because, like, what if it tries to go half back here? I don't know which one it's going to try to do. But you guys see how it seeks to redeliver this area because this move down was how many candles in a row? You got the balance. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for a total of 130 points down. So very big move. Yeah, you got to study, man. I think you need to keep doing the homework, dude. You stopped doing it for some reason. I don't know why. Are you buying calls and puts? No, I'm not. No, I'm done with the options account. I bought puts right. Let me go to the 3 minutes so I can see. All right, let me add into the second contract here. Now you see how ES isn't violating the area there. It's not going above that high. Which actually ES is strong highs. I had the wrong high on there. That's that high right there. Need to put my stop in so I don't get blasted here. Strong high. Oops. Not expecting that. That was about tarded. I mean, it's probably bullish here, eh? That was fucked. All right, there's a strong high break. Nice bullish reversal there. Nice curling up too. So now we would wait for like a bullish SIR model here. If it shows up, it is pretty aggressive though. Let's go to 10 minute. I got raped there. Way too much risk. You get cocky, you get humbled. Market's good about that. You do have balance right here. Hourly candles high there. Yeah, so if you look at the hourly here, closing that loop, I didn't look at the hourly yet. You have a nice loop close right there that it did. Like to the tick right there. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Ooh, I'm tempted to scalp this here, but I'm not going to. Pretty sure this account's, this eval's fucked. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing blown yet, but it is. Beautiful one time framing up there. You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 candles in a row. With its trickiness, who knows to right now, this could be it, and it could go lower, but let's check out the it's an SIR model, so let's trade it. So you had your strong high break right there. I'm not sure if it's going to get all the way down here. I feel like if it goes all the way down here, that's kind of dangerous, but honestly, I don't take very and reversal time. Yeah, that's true. That's true, CJ. That's really true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's turnaround time. Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. All right, so there's once resistance. Looks like it's trying to act as support here, but you still have a lot of this that needs to be redelivered here. If it's like super bullish, it should bounce here, but I still think it needs to redeliver down into here. We can go 15-second and find the balance area here. Kind of a tricky one. Could say there. Pretty much at the 80% there. Should have went short there, huh? That half back to balance trade would have been fire. You have a clean balance area there. And you have the half back of it. I probably should have went short there. Very bearish looking. What do you guys think it's going to do here? Looks kind of bearish. Look at that redeliver to that candle's high right there. One support turned resistance there. Or once resistance turned into support. What's this 3 candle going to close back above this bearish ass candle? There's no way. No way, sir. I think we're going to get one more leg down here. Eh? Kind of looks like it might try to pull it off. I'm going to try to short this, though. If it stops one time framing here, that is. Pretty perfect redelivery here on the bullish side. All right, too many fibs going on here. Yeah, that's crazy. How's it gonna look when it closes though? It's got 51 seconds. Super bullish. Still one time framing up. Could have took that trade there. I don't think that was a bad trade. Just not I'm not very good at the long trades like that. All right, there it goes. Damn. That's so bullish. That's crazy. It's tough. But it's like a form of the SIR model, right? It broke the strong high. You had a nice retracement. It just wasn't that deep of a retracement. Because you probably would have still had to have risked down to here. So that's another reason I didn't take that trade there, even though it's a good one. It's a once resistance flipped into support to the tick. It's very algorithmic. That it was like that. Very algorithmic. And now you probably have a trend forming here. Little channel. Yeah, you got like nice little channel forming there. Often only goes to 50%. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't say that's the SIR model because it's not. We're looking for at least a 70 to 80, but it definitely does it sometimes. If it's really bullish or bearish, you'll see that. I usually don't take them though. If this was a bearish setup, I probably would have took it though. Like on the flip side, if it would have done the same thing in a bearish situation, I probably would have took it. It's just a bullish price action I have a little bit of trouble with. Like I just am not near as good at it for whatever reason. I'd like the elevator down, not the stairs up, but I need to fix that. It's something I'm gonna try to work on going forward. Hid my other chart drawings for broad new formation screenshots, but hey, it looks like both ES and NQ are reversing after closing January 21st RTH gap. Nice. Plus, bouncing off the current week. Ooh, that's a good idea and worth the chart. I know that I remember there's a way to do it, but I can't remember. It's right up here, right? Oh, I didn't know they have all this. You have the news, forward curve, seasonal. Yeah, we're in a bearish seasonal right now. So if you look at the past here, we're right here, guys. If I can get that stupid thing. Yeah. So if you look, we're right here, and pretty much every year you have a down move from February on. That's cool. I didn't realize that you could get to it that way. Um, huh. Then you have the technicals. Oh shit. Forward curve. I did not know this. Contracts. Oh shit. Options. What? I did not know they had options on here, dude. Okay, so it makes sense why they're charging me so much fucking money. Yeah, I was wondering why they're charging so much for for Pro, but it kind of makes sense. Right click on the price and a menu will pop up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's a way to do it. I just can't remember. Symbols, maybe right here. I'll just ask here. Or I could just learn how to do it. I'm just gonna learn how to do it. The invert's a good idea though. But it's not that I don't know how to do it. I just need to trust it more. I'm just somewhere along the way I got used to taking shorts more and just started to do more. Got better at them than I did the longs, but can always improve. So we're at the trend line here. I don't really, this is starting to look pretty bearish here though. Starting to one time frame down. Nasty price action though. On the 3 minutes, pretty nasty. I don't imagine that it's gonna get through this, but I didn't think that bullish candle was gonna go up either, so I don't really like trusting trend lines by themselves. Let's see how deep a retracement we're at. Yeah, I would have, yeah, there's no way. We do have a cracking correlation there though. So ES didn't take out that low. InQ did, obviously. So you could do like a really low time frame SMC soup here. But you guys see that turnaround time? So I talk about this, guys. 10:45 to 11:15. From that point on, you should look for a reversal. That usually happens every single day. I kind of spaced it when I was shorting there. But we would have read the chat though. Our trend line busted. They got smoked. Maybe it is a broad information. There's a broad information right here. Let's get it lined up. Yeah, not very accurate though, but. All right, so this is a strong high down here. So let's see what it does when it really delivers here. Let's see if this bitch is bullish or bearish. I still think those areas down there, and I don't think if we look at the daily chart here, it's not going to look very bullish. Yeah, it's super bearish. But we are starting to curl up here on the daily. Pull up the Fibonacci. Beans is really good. You're good at the longs here, Beans. What are you thinking? All right, I'm going to try it here, guys. As soon as it stops one time for me. Yeah, Beans is much better than I am at the long side of these trades. It'd be nice if we had like a cracking correlation between ES and EQ to go with it. Doesn't it? Yeah, it feels a little tricky, dude. A little very tricky. Because you still have this open area down here. Like this area still needs to be redelivered to at some point. It's just now that this is a strong low, I don't see why they would break it. And then you have once support, once resistance turned into support, the halfback area there too. There it is to the tick right there. Oops, that's ES. That's not MNQ. All right, so wait for it to stop one time framing. Want to trade on the right side of the V. And there it is. On 6 micros there. And then we'll see what happens when it comes in. ES comes into this area. Does it reject it? That's once resistance turns support. OSTR. Still one time framing. On in queue there. Yes, nope, it didn't break. I got a little ahead of myself there. It didn't break it. Probably shouldn't have entered that. Maybe I get lucky. Dun dun. Yeah, it's gonna get smoked. Yeah, that's why one time frame is super important. It's kind of like smoking this area here. Did have a nice little cracking correlation there. ES didn't make a new low there. I'll probably try it one more time if it curls up here, but I really don't. I don't like this very much. Yeah, we'll wait for one time framing to end on the 1 minute here, like conclusively. And then instead of just like I kind of YOLO'd into it there. The fast move up kind of trapped me, which they like to do that. It's definitely something they do, right? They're very good at using the speed of price to make you feel like, oh, it's gonna go up, and then you fucking chase it and you get trapped. All right, so we're pulling up. This is now a low time frame strong high though. One time framing is staying intact here. They're refusing to close above the previous candle's high. Or is it starting to one time frame up? So we'll find out in a second. All right, nice. Kind of still think this might reverse here. You got like this area here you got to watch. Or whatever. I mean, this one, like that little area right there. And then obviously half back down into here. And then the trend line. So I went short there just based off the candlesticks and how they were responding to price. Like it's pretty interesting there. It wouldn't close above the previous candle's high. Like when you see that, when you see price refusing to do that, it's usually a sign of that there's going to be like a continuation in that direction. It's just how price works. All right, let's use 15-second one time framing here. Because right here is that's redelivery complete, like right in that area. All right, maybe a little bit early there, but I need to dig myself out of this. So in the cycle of losses. I'm a big proponent of that. Like if I've taken a couple losses in a row, I just want to end the cycle of losing. Losers continue to lose. Winners win. It's like built into our like how we respond. Did you guys know that if you're taking losing trades, your testosterone lowers? Did you guys know that? And then if you're winning trades, your testosterone goes higher. So if you're losing trades, you get more stress hormone released and then less testosterone. So you're less confident. You're just turning into like a loser pretty much. But the more you win, the opposite effect. It's really crazy. Yeah, maybe, man. So break that cycle. If we just take. He said, "No wonder, man. I've been acting like a bitch lately." Jesus. Yeah, there you go. Jesus. I like the honesty though. It's funny. Okay, so you have once resistance flipped into support here. I'm not going to take it though. Um, it's not working today very well, so I'm not going to keep trying to do it. Like if you see a strategy that sometimes it works very well, sometimes it doesn't. So right now it's not working very well, so I'm not going to continue to fucking pull the trigger on it over and over again, expecting it to work when it's not. So is this just another deep ass retracement here? It could be. It's hard to say. We're definitely not on the left side of the curve anymore. This is no longer like bullish price action here. We have broken a low time frame strong low. The higher time frame structure is bearish. There's really no reason to be super bullish here. Other than on the 3 minute, it could be an SIR model. That's the only reason, which it probably is. I don't know though. I'm not gonna push it. It's kind of confused at what it's doing right now. Like, is it bullish, bearish? Yay, I like it. That's why this is my favorite. Just straight up testosterone. It really is. Give them nothing. Yeah, it really is. Very nice. All right, so now we have a break of a low time frame, strong high. So it is flipping bearish. The structure is flipping bullish here. But you have the a little bit higher time frame structure that's bearish, and then a little bit higher time frame structure that's bullish. So this is when you gotta like just chill and try to wait and figure out what it's doing and not force trades because it's unclear based off of market structure what's going on. You could scalp, like there's always scalping. You can always just scalp trades and do it that way, but I think that's kind of like a I don't know. It's not. I can't be profitable doing that shit. I need big risk reward trades. I don't think you get rich off of scalping. I think it's extremely hard to do. You can do it, but yeah, I like to say pimp the market. Yeah, take everything from it and give it nothing. Pimp it. All right, this isn't a bad little. This you could scalp this right here if it pulls up. You have a strong high break, 80% retracement, redelivery to balance, and expect like it to pull up from here, probably to come back up into retrace back up into there. I'm not saying it's going to break this high or anything, but I'm saying that it's going to retrace probably back up into like 576-ish area. And if it goes back below where I entered right there, I'll just go ahead and exit. Because it could continue to one time frame here, right? We haven't got above the previous candles. I probably shouldn't have entered that yet. See it's kind of acting bearish there. It's not really the candlesticks are not going above the previous candle's high. I'd rather just try it again than get blasted. All right, so now we got at least got above the previous candle's high. See that? It's refusing to go above the previous candle's high. It's refusing it. It's bearish. Candlesticks always tell a story, guys. You just learn to read it. It doesn't mean it's not going up higher. It just means that right now it's showing some bearishness that I don't really want to fuck with. Yeah, so I probably should have kept it on. See, the models work. It's just sometimes I fuck it up. So there it go. It went right to where I thought it would right there. You have a nice little channel forming here. That reaction there is bearish though, how it reacted there. And then if we go to 3-minute, I'd imagine it's still one time framing. Yeah. Refusing to go above, close above the previous candle's high. Probably bearish. If I was to just take a guess. But I'm done trading though. Just getting in, JKT is calm and chat is calm. Y'all look like lions that just ate. What I missed? Yeah, I'm good, dude. I made a lot of money Monday. Sunday and Monday I made a lot of money. Yeah, this is where I like staying in 3 and 5 minutes, assessing those candles. Yeah, Eric, it is so powerful, dude. I didn't realize how powerful it was on the 3-minute. Because there's something special about the 3-minute. It's been one of my favorite time frames. Everyone used to ask, why do you trade on the 3-minute? Like, why don't you use the 5 or the 1? Well, first of all, I don't want to do what everyone else does. Everyone else loses money. So why in the fuck would I do what they do? I hate when people ask that. Why don't you do what everyone else does? Why would I? They all lose money, dude. And the people teaching it don't even trade. So why in the fuck would I do what they do? They don't know what they're doing. So I want to do what everyone else doesn't do because they suck. It's like 90% of people lose money at this. So why would I do what you want to avoid what the herd's doing because the herd sucks. So the 3 minutes always stood out to me because not that many people use it. It's not that popular. And there's something special about it for sure. The way it one time frames. My favorite number. Oh, yeah, my wife just says something that's kind of funny. So I count by threes. So it might just be like I like the number 3. I didn't think about that. Yeah, stay away from it. Yeah. Use the 5-minute 2, Eric. That's good. I do count by threes. So instead of counting by twos, I count by threes. I don't know why. Which is which is kind of weird. All right, so you see how the 3-minute told the story here? It's told the story right here with this wick here. It told you that it's refusing to. It won't close above. It wouldn't even close above this candle's high. Look at that. It wouldn't close above that close there. So it's telling you right now. It's telling you it's bearish. And dun 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 dun. ES makes a new low there. It's gonna suck in Q down with it, hopefully. Hey, nice, nice. Yeah, that was a nice trade there. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it on the 1 hour, but yeah, I caught this move down with the micros and options. So yeah, I entered right here off of this. So this candle right here on the 3-minute told the same story, right? So you have a bullish candle. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's bullish." No, no, it's not. It's an inversion fair value gap. So what? If you look at this, it clearly was telling you this candle, it wouldn't close above that candle's opening or even get above the high. This candle opened up, but it wouldn't close above that candle's opening. And then you have this candle pushed up, couldn't get above that candle's high, and then couldn't close above that candle's opening. So it's clearly telling you that it was bearish. And you got your inversion fair value gap there. It's It's trash. I guess it's not. I thought that was a fair value up there. On the 1 hour, it probably is. No, never mind. It's not. I thought that was a fair value gap. That's the thing about fair value gaps. Every time frame tells it's fucking different. Stupidest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, the market is fractal. Exactly, dude. You have to look at it with multi-time frame analysis, which you just can't do using fair value gaps. That's why I don't use them. Speaking on the 3 minute, do you think it's a good time frame to stick to trade when learning concepts? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's very clear. Some days are going to be better than others, though. Usually I go with what time frame it's like I can clearly see the story that's being told. That's usually the time frame I'll trade. Well, a lot of times it's the 10 minute. I really like the 10 minute as well. It's very chill. Yeah, so the 10 minute very clean here. There it goes. So you guys see right here it told you the story that this bitch is going lower. It's just, do you have the knowledge to read it? But you can't get that knowledge unless you're willing to study price, right? Like the understanding of this doesn't like it doesn't come easy, right? It's a lot of time in the charts. 2 minute bearish volume imbalance held like a champ. Let's see what you're talking about. Yeah, Eric's very good at volume imbalances too. Y'all sleeping on Eric, just letting you guys know that. Yeah, it did. That it did. And then voila, guys. So now we're bam. I didn't take the trade because there wasn't any. I could have chased it there, but I try not to do that. I don't want to get in the habit of doing that. And ES made a new low on the session. So then next stop is right here. And then that's the half back of that area there. Then you have a low time frame area, that loop close area then there. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He used to have one when I got betrayed by all that dude. I deleted most of them. That's a good question. Possibly. I don't. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait for it close here on the 3 minute and see if it close. If it closes, then yeah, we definitely. It's on like Donkey, but I don't think so. I think we continue down. I'm not sure what. I don't have any targets on my. Oh. Dur, dur, dur. ES hasn't redelivered yet. So explains why ES is so much more bearish here. We have an open loop here. We have that balance area right here. Right there. Yeah, so pretty clear. And this is why I have redelivery as king. So y'all can keep sleeping on it if you want, but fucking dumb. They stab the king like snow, yeah. What do you mean by that? Do you also think that this is a bottom of a you tell me, bro. You're better at him than I am. Yeah, it does look like a yeah. I would say yeah. I would say yes, sir. And then bam. Oh, king. Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, definitely broad information there. And then I think it's a high time frame one too. I think we go to the 1 hour. I think there's a good broad information here too. Like a really high time frame one. Yeah, you got the lower lows. Then you got the higher highs. So it's a high time frame broadening formation as well. All right, now we have a retracement. You have one support flipped into resistance. You have a nice little continuation here. I think it's done doing this bullshit for no reason. It did that for no reason. just to create stop losses so it can push price down. That's all that was. So people think they create these areas so they can accumulate price, but it's not to accumulate, it's to move it, right? If you want price to go down, right? You have bullish moves, and then stop losses are below those lows, and then it creates this, right? So this big ass fast move happened because the stop loss is right here. You can clearly see it lines up with the price action. Like, when did price speed up here? As soon as it took out that low, right? It's just clear as day. Like, those are stop losses below there that cause price to sell off more, not reverse. It's not going to make it reverse. That's why this previous day's low and previous day's high for reversals is retarded. It works after it's already like went 200-300 points beyond that point, but that has nothing to do with the low. It's just there. There's lows and highs everywhere on the chart, hundreds of them, thousands of them on different time frames. So it makes no sense to me to like expect price to reverse after it goes through them, because it should do the opposite logically. To liquidity and beyond. I like that. That's funny, bro. I don't really like how it didn't quite get up to this area there, though. It attempted it. It didn't quite do it. There's a little gap there. We do have a crack in correlation at this point, though. So look at that half back to balance right there. Fire. Look at that half back to balance right there. Fire. They're just everywhere. Half back to balance. Fire. I do want, at some point, I'm going to study and figure out why price reversed where it did last night. It's kind of interesting. It just set a trap at this strong high here. It's your high time frame strong high there. Refused to break it. And then, bam! Here we are. What, 1,000 points lower? So I talked about this last night. Price was going to come down here. It just didn't reverse where I thought it would. Pulled up. Which, that's why it's a good study. Half back to balance everywhere for real. All right, so now we'll find out what's up. We'll see what's up here. If it's going to take make a new low for the day like ES did, or is it going to stall out? I think ES will push it down with it, though. It should draw price down with it. Yeah, I didn't see that broadening formation there, Eric. Very nice. Predicting that it's going to create that broadening formation is very, very tough, though. We did have a crack in correlation there, though, as well. So 1004. No, there wasn't one. All right, so beautiful one time framing down on the 3-minute here. Still one time framing with NQ as well. We just need to break this this here. So once it goes through this low, it's going to speed up, right? Because if people bought here thinking price is going higher, they now have resting sell orders. Market sell orders are below this low. So if price triggers those, that's an influx of sell orders, right? I want to make sure you guys understand this. That's why understanding where traders are trapped And it's why the SMC soup works so well, because it's just trapping ICT traders. Because there's over 2 million of them, their stop losses are piled up at points that are pretty obvious. Above fair value gaps, below fair value gaps, lows that have strong highs, or not strong, lows or highs that on the other side of them have equal highs or lows. There's going to be a bunch of stop losses piled up at those areas. I wonder if this cracking correlation is what's going to happen with this here. Yeah, that was, yeah. The curl down was nice there, yeah. That break of that strong low there told everything you needed to know. Market structure is such a cool thing because it's real-time information and there's no lag like indicators. So let me get ready to get out of this. I think it might just pull up to there, which I'm not really trying to hold on to it if it does that. So we'll wait for one time frame here and see what it's going to do. But I could see this pulling up. Yeah, cut it right there. Probably a little bit early. Yeah, I should have held on to it. I gotta stay on the 1 minute. The 30 seconds kind of deceiving today. Very nice. One time framing for the win. Hopefully you guys see, if you take anything from today's stream, it should be one time framing, right? Like how amazing of a concept it is and how just incredibly powerful it is. So I think what's going to happen here is I think NQ is going to double bottom here, or get near it. And then ES has already taken this low out. So I think that there's a good chance ES is going to redeliver to 948 while NQ does not. So I just added in a second contract on that retrace there, just redelivered that drop that it just did. But we have a new low here, so it might be trying to do a deep retracement like it's been doing. Yeah. I gotta stop adding into trades, man. It's not doing me any justice today. You think that would be sick, dude? Definitely could. Let's look at the 3 minute. Look at the candles structure here. Okay. So we have this candle starting to push above it, but it's got 1 minute and 24 seconds left, so it's probably gonna close back below it. We have redelivery right there. Should get a half back to balance here, but it's been pulling up a lot higher for whatever reason. 2 minutes very clean as well. All right, so there's the 30-second half back to balance there. And blasted it. Damn, dude. Deep retracements today. I hate when it's like price actions like this. All right, so that 3 minute just closed above that. We have a cracking correlation. It might be trying to pull back up and retest these highs again. Yeah, clean close above that previous candle's high there. No, not a close. I take that back. It's not a close. And just so it could still close. We'll see. Oh no, but unable to close above those openings there. Open, close, open. ES probably needs to come up into that area there. Yeah, once support flipped into resistance there. Big ass number 3 candle. So that's a low time frame broadening formation right there. Anytime you see a number 3 candle, you have a broadening formation. Now it makes a little bit more sense. So that's the strat right there. That's the strat. That's their shit, not mine. The number 3 is an outside candle that went below the previous candle's low and above the previous candle's high. Whenever you see those, it's just a broadening formation. Let's drop it. I think it's about to drop here hard. Why do you think the bottom's in? The Kraken correlation, it could be. But ES hasn't really delivered here, so ES is not done. That's for damn sure. There's a fact there. So the bottom's not in for ES. Maybe for NQ. I agree with that. I don't think it might with this broad information here. I think it's either going to double bottom or there'll be a continuation. But that broad information, if you see the number 3 candle, just okay. Then you kind of understand what's going on and why it's pulling up so deep. Why it may seem so bullish. Just trying to find another one here. Usually they're going to show up at the opening, and influx of volatility is when you're usually going to see them. Does it? Let's see. On NQ? Yeah, so my rule with double bottoms is like the number 4 line. If I put it on there and it doesn't, it's very close. I see what you're saying, but I don't know, I kind of developed this just like, because it's like, what is a double bottom? Like, does it have to be perfect or can it be within a point or two? So what I do is I just use the number 4 line, and then if like on a 10-minute, I can't cover up both the low of the candles, like, which I can't do there, so I wouldn't consider it, but it is very close. And that it might still hold here. It's definitely starting to form some structure. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You should at least get one more downside touch of the broad information, which perfectly lines up with the cross there. It's gonna be very interesting and kind of funny. We're able to predict the double bottom ahead of time like this. Would be pretty dope. Yeah, so ES is definitely gonna go to 948, 945 is where it bounced at. 950, I mean. So we got one more drop here on ES. NQ could catch up. Where's the next level here? And then down here is where I think price needs to go ultimately. Whether it does it right now or later today or tomorrow or whatever. It needs to come down there. But sometimes it doesn't for whatever reason. I've been seeing this. Eventually it will tap into it, but sometimes it doesn't until later. All right, so nice little like you do have a strong high break there. And then this low time frame SIR model. It's very similar to right here. All right, yeah, almost like the almost identical little setup right here. Yeah, the strong high break SIR model that then failed. Uh-oh. 80% retracement. That's a beautiful balance, redelivery to balance there too. Right to half back. Might be bullish, dude. That's a pretty bullish little sign there. It's definitely a something to consider. Dun, 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 dun. And then let's say you took that SIR model, you should have scaled out there. There's no reason not to, right? Like, you should have scaled out there. I guess it depends on where you entered at. If you waited for the break of the candle there, you probably couldn't have. But if you entered on the touch of the 80, could have. Oh, I have that backwards. It's the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, you could have scaled out there. You should have, hit 1.4 R. So if you scaled out, and let's say it does take out this low, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Small gain. Okay, so you have another low time frame one right here. Another SIR model, strong high. It's building up some bullish structure here. It's starting to curl up. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think one more. I don't know. It did redeliver down to this doji here pretty perfectly too. Yeah, so there's a lot of bullish like algorithmic kind of signatures and price action right now. The precision of like the half back there that's now become a strong low on a really low time frame. But the 3 minute here hasn't really shown it on ES yet. And ES is the one that's going to be pushing NQ down, so you can be focused on that. Still strong high, still intact. Try not to get too sucked into lower time frame price action, which is easy, super easy to do. To understand that redelivery is king and it needs to redeliver, and it most likely will. Got to go to sleep. Looks like manipulation pop up, zoom out to the 5 minute, and they keep wicking it up. The 5 minute closes remaining below. Let's go. And be cautious with lunch chop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very true, sir. Yeah, I just don't imagine them getting it this close to redelivery for ES and then pulling up, but they could. Especially if they want to take it much lower. We did have a new low, so I talk about this. I constantly say this. After a new low is created, there is always a chance that you're going to get a bigger retracement back up, a swing back up to test, the 80, 70, 80% area. Like it's always there. Like anytime you break a new low, swing up, new low, swing up. And then what do we have? New low. So it could swing up. It doesn't mean that it's not going to go there. It just means that it could swing up first. I moved my stop below the last candle here in the 3 minute, just in case. Yeah, the longer it stalls here, dude, yeah, it's starting to curl up. It reminds me of this on a lower time frame. Like this right here is very similar to that, just a different time frame. We go the 1 minute, and you look at this, it's very, very similar in how it looks. It just maybe needs one more drop here So yeah, if you were to look at price like right here, looks very similar to this right now. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3. All right, now NQ's the one pushing down. Let's go. So I think what they're doing here is building balance for a bigger move down. The way that this is created here, this is balance being created, but for what? For a big move down. They're creating stop losses below this low here to help push price lower. So we have that next target there, and then I think there's one area I'm kind of missing here that I was looking at. This area right here. Yeah, all of this needs to be redelivered. Yeah, so lots of areas lower that need to be redelivered. I hate these patterns right here. These like little pennant patterns. I hate these. Chop Chop City. All right, guys, let's wrap it up there. It's Chop City. I'm not really interested in trading it. It's gonna keep chopping. Let's give it. I think that should be it. It should go now. So let's see here. We'll wait 1 second. See if it's gonna finally go. It's now tested that area, that high again. You have a new number 3 candle there. Or that's the same one. That's the same number 3 candle. So just like this pattern right here, right? If we go like right there, see how it tested that high and then it was done. So we just tested that high, this high right here. So it should be done. It should just, it's either gonna go here or not. I don't think it's bullish because of how long it's taken here. If it was bullish, I think it would have already pulled up. This area on ES, I really don't like how that's, I feel like it needs to come up into there. But I don't, hopefully it doesn't do it now. But if it's going to complete the same pattern, it really shouldn't. It doesn't always complete the same pattern though either. It's not like it's guaranteed. Yeah, the confluences are kind of out of whack, yeah. There it goes. There she goes. Call it dude. ES has to go there. It's like not an option for it. If you guys understand that redelivery is like it's not optional, right? Then you start to trust it. You just have to trust it that it is king and it is gonna make price do what it wants it to do. CME requires it. It's not an option, right? Like it's a rule. Like price must redeliver. It's not optional. All right, so pattern looks like I'm right here. The pattern's it's the same exact shit as right here. Same exact fucking thing. Right here is right here. It's the same thing. You just can't tell yet because it hasn't dropped. Once it drops, you'll be able to tell. And here she goes. We should break low a day here. We'll see if we can get past that broadening formation low there on in Q, which if you pull this out in time, it definitely is showing that it probably, you know, there. I don't know how long this broadening formation is gonna like stay intact. All right, there it is, guys. Called it. Just took a little bit. And this is why me and Eric together, this straight A-team shit, bro. So let's make sure we got the low right on ES. So there's your double bottom, just about. Did take out the low a day, so I think we're good here. Make sure we got this right. There it is. All right. Fuck around and find out, bro. Oops. Yeah, so not quite there yet. I don't really want them to fix this here. Ugh, dude. Fucking annoying, dude. Just let it drop. I don't like how like every new low is being followed by a really big push back up. It's really annoying. So you had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very close to redelivery there. It's within a point, so it might that could be it. I probably should use 1 minute, one time framing there and got out right there at 46. We'll see what it does when it redelivers here. God, savage, man. I just entered another contract straight out of frustration. Like, it's just mad about it, pushing the button all angry, like, just straight mad. I hate when the price does this. It's not my favorite thing to trade. I just think that there should at least be one more dip back down before, if it's going to go up, there should be one more dip down here. Yay, nice. Yeah, we should get one push back down, and then if it's up, it's up. Perfect redelivery on ES there. Which makes me wonder why they're so intent on making sure that everything's redelivered, which makes me think that they don't think price is going to come back here very soon. Or they're just trying to stack up sell stops up here to push price much higher back up there. Which it's probably what they're doing. All right, let's drop down and catch this little retracement back down here. It could still go lower, but I don't trust it here. I want to scale out once it gets like near the 50% here. Finger on the button to exit. I'm not trying to play any go into drawdown, take a stop out bullshit. And it's forming another little baby broadening formation. Weird. No baby guy. All right, what's the 1 minute story telling us here? So no close above the previous candle's high. or oh yeah, the high there. Then we have a little close above the previous candle's open. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row. Almost a 3-minute story. We're now pushing above that candle there. I think this is still going to retrace here. Got half back to balance of that little doji there. It might be trying to hit the high of that little baby broadening formation though. We have a crack in correlation. ES is refusing to go back above there. Every new low is being treated like this, like every single one of them. Nah. Still cracking correlation. Nice. Now we're definitely one time framing up here on the 30-second. Yeah, it's gonna crack that shit. It's gonna crack those highs. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Just took forever. So I'm definitely taking one off as soon as it cracks below that low there, because that is a little baby broadening information. So 497, I'll definitely take one off. Look at ES there, beautiful. So you have a crack in correlation right there. ES took out that low and Q did not. You have this little strong low here holding low time frame. Not a bad little trade though. All right, there it is. Take one off right there. So let's see if it's going to give like a failure swing here, or maybe it could continue down for all I know. I don't. Price action is really confusing. It's following like a weird channel here. It's a very weird channel here, but it's working, right? So, people can talk about trend lines and talk all that shit they want, but the first 4 touches work. There's 50% retracement. Nice continuation down. So I looked why I thought it was going to come back down here, you know how bullish that was, is because I looked at the past. What did it do last time? Last time when it made that third push, it then popped up, then re-delivered all the way back down, and then pulled up, right? So look, and the same reason we were able to catch this move down is just understanding that these patterns repeat on different time frames. Whether it does it on the 3-minute, the 10-minute, it doesn't matter. We'll do it again on a lower time frame. It's a reversal pattern that is fractal, that exists on multiple different time frames. I was on stream when I actually discovered this one day. There's like this weird pattern it kept doing. Like it was like it looked like a really bearish pattern, but it was bullish. Like it would push down, 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 and then pop really hard. It was almost like a flat trend line. Like it was like a really weird pattern, but it kept happening on the 3-minute, and I started seeing it on the 1-minute, and then I started seeing it on the 30-second, and I was like, oh weird, it's on every time frame. Every reversal has the same pattern, just different time frames. So like this one, I would say that this pattern right here is like a 3-minute pattern. And then right here, this is like a 30-second version of that right there. It's just smaller. It's still the same thing. It's just smaller, same structure, same amount of pushes down. Like it's almost identical the way it looks. It's just a smaller version of it. So then you would go long if you thought this pattern was going to continue. You could go long right here because it went up from right here, test again, then down again, then up, big. So if it's going to continue to do the same pattern, go long there, short there, long there, up, and then short there, and see if it does another leg down. But I'm not doing all that because I don't trust it that much. But if you're really into trusting it, you do that. If it still needs to redeliver into this doji though, so hasn't quite done that yet. In ES, it got close to there, but it didn't touch it, so it could still want to touch it. Alrighty, guys, I'm done. I'm gonna cash out right there. And I will see you guys maybe tonight. We'll see what's up. I'm not sure though. I think I don't have another one scheduled until tomorrow morning. Or let's check. Oops, so I don't know why I'm going to that. Yeah, so tomorrow Asia. I'll probably do one tonight though. We'll see though. See how active you guys are. That's a good question. Probably Apex, just because of TradingView and be able to use it. But copy trading, I guess you probably want to use NinjaTrader. Um, yeah, but I'm not a big proponent of copy trading, so unless you're consistently getting payouts already, no real reason to do it. I guess you could do it and see if like it for your personality, if like um it's kind of like with copy trading, you're just tricking yourself because no matter what, you're still risking $500 per trade. It's just spread out. If that like helps you mentally, um, it's definitely worth a try to see if it works for you. Everyone's different. Then I would probably, I don't, both are viable. Both Apex and Bullnox are both viable. Um, if you're going to use NinjaTrader, I would just go with Bullnox. But if you're going to use TradeAvate, I would just go with Apex. Yeah, they're pretty much same rules, same pretty much everything. So yeah, it does seem to help people mentally for whatever reason. I can't trick myself. Like I understand. I see $500 at risk if it's spread out through the accounts or not. But yeah, not everyone's like me. So definitely see if it works for you, but no, nothing wrong with it. It's always good to experiment and try different things. If you don't do that, then like if you're worried about what other people think and you're not experimenting, trying different things, then you're never going to find out what truly works for you, and you're just really limiting your growth as a trader. So oh, is there? I thought you said there was no questions. Oh, I didn't have any questions. Yeah, we were still right. Yeah. Yeah, we called it, dude. Like, there's nothing, like, you can't say it's just chop, bro. Nothing I can do about that. Price still went exactly to where I said it would. So, and I didn't call this right now. I called this last night up here. So just look, this is from last night. I put this on my chart last night. It just didn't reverse exactly where I said it would. So that's back to back to back. I don't know. I've called every major swing in this market for months. Not months. It feels like months, but since I don't know, dude. Up here. So I've called this market perfectly since up here. Haven't traded it perfectly. That's the challenge, right? So one of these days I will. Hi, Jared. Greetings. What's up, guys? I'm going to try to catch the falling knife after such a big bearish drop. Yeesh. Great analysis. Stop runs don't happen, Todd. I got cooked many times in this situation until today. You're welcome. Today I learned something from you not to be cooked. You not to be cooked again. Nice. Yeah. I have a different way of looking at price, dude, than anyone else I've ever came across. So, alrighty, guys. I will see you guys in the charts. I'm out of here. Peace.